All right, good morning, everyone. I hope you are ready for lesson number 32 of A Course in Miracles. I have invented the world I see. And this one, I struggle with this one. So let's just be totally honest. This is going to be fun today. Okay. Today, we are continuing to develop the theme of cause and effect. You are not the victim of the world you see because you invented it. You can give it up easily as you made it up. You will see it or not see it as you wish. While you want it, you will see it. When you no longer want it, it will not be there for you to see. The idea for today, like the preceding ones, applies to your inner and outer worlds, which are actually the same. However, since you see them as different, the practice periods for today will again include two phases, one involving the world you see outside you, and the other the world you see in your mind. In today's exercises, try to introduce the thought that both are in your own imagination. Again, we will begin the practice periods for the morning and evening by repeating the idea for today 2 or 3 times while looking around at the world you see outside yourself. Then close your eyes and look around your inner world. Try to treat them both as equally as possible. Repeat the idea for today unhurriedly as often as you wish, as you watch the images your imagination presents from your awareness. For the 2 longer practice periods, 3 to 5 minutes are recommended, with not less than 3 required. More than 5 can be utilized if you find the exercises restful. To facilitate this, select a time when few distractions are anticipated and when you yourself feel reasonably ready. These exercises are also to be continued during the day, as often as possible. The shorter applications consist of repeating the idea slowly as you survey either your inner or outer world. It does not matter which you choose. The idea for today should also be applied immediately to any situation that may distress you. Apply the idea by telling yourself, I have invented this situation as I see it. All right, so let's read what a Year of Forgiveness says about lesson 32, I have invented the world I see. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is a challenging concept for many of you. It does not matter whether you believe this idea right now. Remember, you are in a training program. You are not coming to these ideas through a sense of understanding, but rather from a place of faith. You are stepping day by day with us, holding our hand into new concepts and new ideas that will seem counter to everything that you've been taught. In your Newtonian physics, you are taught that yours is an objective reality. You're not given an option about this in your school system. You're not given an option about this in your family. You believe the stories you hear and the judgments you experience, hook, line, and sinker. So when you say this lesson to yourself and you feel a sense of doubt creeping in, do not think that this means that you are off track. You are merely challenging the paradigm, the worldview that you hold in your consciousness. We are indeed challenging your worldview. We are challenging your self-concept. We are challenging everything you believe to be true about reality, your reality as you see it today. Your mind, which is used to telling these stories, is going to question why you're doing what you're doing. Your ego has used these stories to defend itself and arm itself for a very, very long time. It will, in fact, even tell you that you're going to make yourself vulnerable to attack because you are opening up to the unknown. This is one of the great teachings that you have to unlearn in your experience, thoughts, and consciousness. The idea that if you do not defend yourself, that you are open to attack. On the contrary, when you defend yourself, you are preparing for attack. Think about that for a moment. When you wear your armor with your closed heart, sharp tongue, and quick wit, you are preparing to attack someone back. that means you will be attacked because you are the creator. You are setting the tone. Defending yourself means that you will inevitably be attacked. Some of these ideas you are learning are beginning to challenge that idea of defensiveness and the value of attack as a way of getting what you want. So be prepared for the ego's little stories and reactions and soothe it and placate it by saying, it's okay. We don't have to believe this. We don't have to understand this. Just relax. Everything is going to be fine. You can, in fact, speak to your ego because it is not you. You are now aligning with truth. You are now aligning with love. And the ego will seem to be less like you than it used to be. You used to think that it was you, but now you are becoming wiser. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. So this lesson is really challenging for me because when I look into the outer world, because I'm still a student of this material, and I haven't quite come to the place where I feel oneness with everything. When I look into the outer world, I see what everybody else sees right now. It's 2022, and there's a lot going on with the so-called illness and all of the government tyranny. I'm also aware of, the global cult that is actually running all of the national leaders of the world, and some people call it the cabal or what have you. The corruption in the global banking system. For those of you that are really out there, you're aware of the non-human influences, the reptilians or whatever you want to call it, right? Like there's just a lot going on that is influencing humanity and has been for millennia. And it's hard for me to think that I invented that or even that I'm responsible for it. So what I'm challenging myself to do today is to try and see all the beings that I'm blaming for the problems that we're dealing with right now, to try to see them as a part of me, as a part of my consciousness. And understand that as I continue to heal my mind and heal my heart and all of the self-care practices that I do in terms of eating healthy, and I have pretty much a rule for myself to never complain and never gossip. So those kinds of practices are keeping negativity out of my energetic field. So as I commit to doing that, I think that it is actually changing all of these other negative situations in the world. And I have noticed that since I began developing a spiritual practice, that my life feels better. I mean, it didn't apparently stop the so-called virus from happening, but the way that I'm responding to it, in my mind, none of that applies to me. None of it applies to me. And I really believe that. So my life from the inside looking out feels better, is more enjoyable. I don't have a lot of stress. I really don't have any stress. And so there is a noticeable change for me. But this is a tough one. I invented the world I see. Ugh. Maybe you're struggling with me. I don't know. Have a great day. Enjoy. And I'll see you again tomorrow.